What's up, guys? Mitchell Blaze Off-Road here. Today we are out of town, but nonetheless, we are doing an install of our new Billet Command Center battery tie down on this 5th Gen 4Runner. Now, this customer is a newer 5th Gen 4Runner, obviously very clean. He already has our Billet battery terminal, loves them, and needed a tie down as well. So I'm taking this opportunity to, one, get it installed for him, but two, show you guys how to install these, how easy they are, and how awesome they are. So this customer has an aux beam on here now, but we'll be switching over to a Garmin PowerSwitch kit, and he'll be mounting it to the command center here. Not quite yet, but let's go ahead and dive in and show you how to mount this. And we'll have another video coming out later about the command center Garmin PowerSwitch kit as well. Now, why do we replace this thing to begin with? Mainly because, one, they corrode really bad. Obviously, this is a much newer 5th Gen 4Runner, so he does not yet have that issue. And two, they're made of stamped steel, so they tend to flex, they tend to break. We've seen them crack and have all sorts of problems, especially if you're actually off-roading your vehicle, taking it down fire roads and doing stuff like that. So replacing it essentially is an insurance policy to keep your battery from coming up and contacting the bottom side of your hood. When it does that, it gets very violent very quickly, as your power and ground terminal are now obviously in a direct short with your hood. And we've seen people like Sherpa on their race vehicle melt directly through their hood because of that. So on the 4Runner, there is a plastic clip that holds the bottom of this J-hook in. Essentially, you want to push it down and out, but you can also wiggle it to the side, pop it down, and then pull it right out. But just so you know, you are going to have to finagle that rear one loose just a little bit. Now, for the tie-down bars. You'll see when you get them, they come pre-assembled. One of them is going to be longer than the other. The short one goes in the rear, and the long one goes in the front, just like your factory ones. A tip to get these set up nice and easy is to go ahead and hook them in, and then make sure that the top of the billet piece is below the height of the battery here. If you go ahead and do that now, you're not going to have to go back and forth with it and take it in and out and all that when you're doing the install. This for the rear one is exactly the same. It's test fit it, make sure it sits well, sits just below the height of the battery. I'm going to go ahead and hook it in back there. Yep, it's sitting below the height of the battery. So now we will grab the billet tie down itself with our 2 bolts. We will walk the 1 bolt through the tie down and into the back hex bar. And you want to thread it down far enough that the hook doesn't fall out when you let go. So just go ahead and hand tighten it down until you're good on that. Now that one's in, we'll go ahead and grab the front. Okay, so now we'll hold the front hook and thread it in through the tie down. You definitely want to make sure you get more than just a couple threads engaged. Obviously, you see I have quite a bit of thread engagement on these ones. It doesn't need to be quite this much, but the more threads you have in, the stronger it'll be. Now we'll get that centered, tighten it down. You guys can make up your own mind on this, but I also think that these billet tie downs look way better than these crappy factory stamped steel tie downs. I mean, just comparing those two, that looks way better to me than this one does. So as you see, super easy install. I mean, this is an install you guys could do on your lunch break, even if you have a 30-minute lunch break. So head over to blazeoffroad.com, grab yours today.